time to bop it with the refresh. With the refresh. Bop it with the refresh. Get me? Yo, hello, freaks. I do not know what to say. The best Koi. This is the Bop It Refresh. It is, it was made in 2016. I've already done a review on this. But if I haven't, I'm going to redo it. This is an introduction to the Bop It Refresh for newcomers. I do not have the Bop It Extreme anymore because that one broke. I might hopefully get the original Bop It somehow. I hope to get the original and some new Ninja Turtles merchandise as well. So I won't leave you Ninja Turtle fans and Bop It fans in the dust. So let's get this started. So basically the Bop It is almost the same as the Shout, only shaped backwards. Excuse me, shaped backwards. So they literally reversed the Shout It, the Bop It Shout. There's Bop It, which is not a button. It's the, in my opinion, I think kids do not need this button thing. It feels like it's not very cool. But in a way, that's Hasbro's way of making it the smart Bop It, whatever. It's got a touch sensor. And if you barely touch it with your hand, you can bop it. I guess because Hasbro doesn't want the buttons on the Bop It to be destroyed. But anyway, just gotta twist it. Still functions as expected. This time I took better care of it. This one's my second Bop It, and I got this one at Target. I don't know where the other one came from. They had them at Toys R Us and Target back in the day in 2016. But Toys R Us is reopening, if you don't know. But anyway, let's get on to this review. Toys R Us is reopening as Jeffrey's Toy Box, but whatever. The Twist It is kind of weird. If you don't know, it feels like a Twizzler bar, like a candy bar, like a Twizzler candy. But it's not candy, so don't eat it. Some people actually do like candy. I myself like candy, but I'm not a big eater of candy. I don't like much of candy. I'm not that addicted to candy like some kids are nowadays. Nowadays, kids are addicted to iPads, iPods, iPhones. Why do kids... Okay, anyways, I'm gonna make a video about being addicted to other stuff later. So, the Poet, it has a finger grip. So, when you pull the Poet handle,
Bump it to start.
Just bump it to start. I pretty much can say it pretty good.
Quiet.
Twist it for the volume.
Blasting.
Quiet.
Loud.
Quiet. Blasting. Loud. Quiet. Blasting. Blasting. Whatever.
Loud. Quiet. Blasting.
Blasting.
Action.
We have action.
Action. Pass it.
Action, pass it.
Classic.
Classic.
Classic. Pass it.
Classic, pass it.
Beat bop.
Beat bop.
Beat bop. Pass it.
Beat bop, pass it.
Action.
So, they brought back action and beat bop. So, I mean classic and beat bop. So,
Action. Classic. Classic. Beat bop. Beat bop. Action.
I know why they made a Bop It Refresh. They call it Bop It Refresh for a reason. Number one, because it's a reboot of Bop It.
Action. Pass it.
It's the fourth reboot of the three version, the three command, the basic Bop It is basically what I'm saying here.
Classic. Classic. Beat bop. Beat bop. Pass it. Action.
It's the fourth reboot of the original Bop It. The original Bop It had the three commands: Bop It, Twist It, and Pull It. So let's play some action first.
Action. Beat bop. Pass it.
Let's play some
Action.
first before we play classic.
High score 146.
I don't know if I'll be able to beat this, but whatever.
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Hammer it.
We got hammer, that's a new move.
Hammer it. Twist it.
Got
Drink it.
drink it,
Pull it.
pull it,
Hammer it.
hammer, now listen to
Bounce
this.
it. Bop it.
Okay,
Pull it.
here we
Pull
go.
it. Bop it.
Alright, so
Pull it.
we got
Hammer it. Bounce it.
selfie, hammer,
Hammer it.
drink it,
Comb it.
got comb it,
Pull it.
pull it,
Drink it.
drink it,
Comb it.
comb it,
Pull it.
pull it,
Comb it.
comb it,
Pull it.
pull it,
Drink it.
drink it,
Bop it.
pop it,
Bounce it.
selfie it,
Cradle it.
cradle it.
Bounce it. Pull it. Comb it. What? Comb it back. You gotta look nice for the bop it. Score 33.
Okay, I think they're done. But anyway, we play some action, and there's a few different commands. Got comb it, drink it,
Bop it to
selfie
start.
it,
Action. Pass it.
drink it. We got hammer it. So we got 5 of the 10
Classic.
action moves. So now we got action. I mean classic.
Beat. Classic. Beat. Action. Pass it.
Now we got,
Classic.
which is a reboot of the original Solo Bop game. So, on the original Bop It, the solo game was called Solo Bop, and this is what it was like.
High score 100.
It didn't say the high score at the beginning.
Pull it. Twist it.
Every move,
Bop it.
like, it was
Pull it.
random when you
Twist it.
started it. It didn't always start with
Twist it.
Bop It.
Twist it. Bop it.
In fact,
Twist it. Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it.
this Bop It
Pull it.
actually
Pull it.
is like
Twist it.
the
Pull it.
original.
Bop it. Bop it.
May not be the same
Twist
5
it.
speeds, but it's
Bop
got
it.
like 8 to
Twist
9
it.
different speeds.
Twist it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it.
So now we're going out.
Pull it. Twist it.
Probably gonna be
Pull
this
it.
game channel.
Pull it. Twist it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Bop it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Bop it. Twist it. Bop it. Twist it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Bop it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Bop it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Bop it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Twist it. Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Bop it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Wow! 100.
I beat it.
You beat Bop It.
Okay, so classic. I mean, this game is really what got me back into Bop It because I didn't even know that. I kind of lost interest in Bop It. And then this game,
Bop
when
It
I
to
heard
start.
of it, thanks to AAA Technology Master,
Classic. Pass it.
he, shout out to AAA Technology Master, you got me back into Bop It. Because when I heard your Hypertouch video, plus being at Classic on Bop It
Bop it to
Refresh,
start. Beat
I
Bop.
kind of wanted to see the Bop It Refresh, and lo and behold, I saw it on my local Toys R Us. And boom, I got it for that Christmas. So shout out goes to him.
Beat classic. Pass it.
Let's play Beat Bop. Beat Bop. Beat Bop. Let's go.
High score 100.
This is what sound effects. That's Twist It. Bop it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. That's Pull It. And the original Bop It, Beat Bop, was a passive game. And every 2 to 6 commands, it would say, pass it. Whoa!
Bop it like you mean it. Score 34.
Oh well, I guess it's a good idea to
Beat Bop. Pass it. Action. Classic. Pass. Beat Bop. Action.
So, on the original Bop It, it had the Vox Bop game, which was just bop it, twist it, and pull it. Bop it, twist it, pull it. It would
Bop
be
it to
that,
start.
and then it would say pass it every 2 to 6 commands.
Action. Classic. Pass it.
This is what I'm talking about right here.
Twist it.
But on this one,
Twist it.
it's every
Pull it. Pass it.
3 to
Twist it.
8 commands, I think.
Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pass it.
But right now, it's 4
Twist
commands.
it. Bop it. Pull it. Pass it.
It's every 4
Twist it.
commands on this one right
Twist
now.
it. Twist it. Pass it.
Let's see.
Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pass it. Pull it.
That was 3
Pull it.
commands.
Bop it. Pull it. Pass it.
That was 5 commands.
Pull it.
So
Pull it.
from 3
Twist
to
it.
8
Twist it.
commands, I think.
Pull it. Pass it.
I think it's
Twist it.
from 3
Twist
to 8
it.
commands,
Pull it.
you pass
Twist
it.
it.
So,
Twist it. Pass it. Bop it. Twist it. Pass it. Bop it. Twist it. Bop it. Pass it. Twist it. Oh! Twist
But-
the thing that looks twistable.
on the original Bop It, it would go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, I think. I think it would go on forever. But I don't know.
Bop
I
it
don't
to
think there's a
start.
limit to pass it.
Beat
But
Bop.
when you would pass it, when you would get it wrong, it would scream. It would do the scream on the pass it, and that's it. If you get it wrong, like for example, if it said twist it and you
Bop it to start.
bopped it,
Beat Bop. Pass it.
it would scream, ow, and then you would be out. There's no do better, because that Bop It was made in 1996. This Bop It made in 2016. The Bop It. Whoa.
What? Pull the pullable thingy?
That's Beat Bop Pass It. So Beat Bop Pass It is Beat Bop on the original. I'm gonna play it. It was a little bit faster at the starting
Pass it.
pace.
Pass it.
This fast, I believe, is how fast it was.
Pass it. Pass it. Oh, that was actually amazing.
On this Bop It, it would say, oh, and yo, and maybe a couple other phrases. and it would say, "That is actually amazing," and
Bop it to
other
start.
phrases pertaining to that.
Action. Classic. Pass it. Beat. Act. Classic.
The classic game, which I just demonstrated and beat, is the Solo Bop game on the original Bop It.
High score. 100. Bop it. Oh, dude. Score 0.
So basically, in the original Bop It, when you would go to Solo Bop, you would twist it to see your high score. Although on this one, on the refresh,
Loud. Quiet. Blast it.
that's volume. So nowadays, Bop It games, except for the Bop It beats, you can hear your high score at the beginning of the game. So right now,
High score. 100. Pull it. Bop it. Oh. First time playing. Score 2.
so right now, if I would have gotten 2 points on the original, which I didn't, but let's say I did, what would I hear at the very end? When it did the, when it does this, when it does that, it would do 2 Bop It sounds, like it would do 2 Bop It noises. That would mean that would be 2 points. Okay, so let me let this thing go to sleep.
I'm going to sleep.
Okay, good. So, on the original Bop It, now, you may be wondering why I'm talking about the original Bop It. Well, because the one that I just played is a refresh of the original, plus adding some new game modes to it, which are Beat Bop, Solo, Action, and Action Pass It. Those are the 3 game modes that it added. So it has the original 3 game modes from the original game. Then, in 2016, 20 years later, we have Action, Action Pass It, and Beat Bop Solo. That's what Beat Bop is called on the Bop It Extreme. On Bop It Extreme, you have 4 game modes. There's Vox Bop, Beat Bop, Vox Bop Solo, and Beat Bop Solo. So, on the original, it would go Bop It, Twist It, and Pull It. The sound effects were Bop It, Twist It, and Pull It. You know why? Because that's what they made it, that's what they programmed it to do. So basically, on the original Bop It, it would have Bop It, Twist It, and Pull It. The Bop It in the original Bop It was in the shape of a stick. Okay, so you'd have the purple Bop It button in the middle, the yellow knob on the left, and the blue handle on the right. I believe the handle is the exact same as the Bop It Extreme. But the original Bop It, when you shake it or when you move it around, you'll notice that the commands are a bit loose. That's because that's how they made it. The original Bop It was made in 1996 by Hasbro, invented by a man named Dan Klitschner. He pitched the idea to Hasbro, and now Bop It is a successful line of toys, games if you will. About 12 or 13 different versions have been produced. They may be of the same concept like the Extreme, and the base, what I'm going to call the basic Bop It. The basic Bop It is Bop It, Twist It, and Pull It. The basic Bop It, if you don't know, is 3 commands. The Extreme Bop It is the one with 5 commands. Bop It, Twist It, Pull It, Spin It, and Flick It. The Extreme, Basic, and Extreme. Now they don't call it Bop It Basic. They call it Bop It Original or Bop It Classic or whatever you want to call it nowadays. The original Bop It was, I don't know, reflex game. It's a Bop It is a reflex game. Okay, so it would go and it would go bop it, or it would go twist it, or it would go pull it, or whatever. It would do. It doesn't do bop it, twist it, and pull it in order, but sometimes it does. Just look out for it, okay? It doesn't really do it in order. It does the commands in random. So, for example, you can do up to, I don't know, 9, 10 pull-ups in a row, or whatever. I just don't forget the Bop It original. But anyways, the original Bop It is kind of rare if you think about it, but not as rare as the Bop It download or the Bop It Extreme. Well, let's look at the perks. How expensive is it nowadays? On eBay, you can find it for about $40 to $70, about. Now, is it expensive prior to the year it was bought back in 1996? Not really. If you make it about maybe $15, $20 back in 1996, that's not that much compared to nowadays. Now, the Bop It Extreme, which was made in 1998, can be sold for between $100 and maybe $250. Now, all Bop Its were practically about $20, $30. About. Nowadays you can buy Bop It on Amazon or eBay for, I don't know, it's a certain amount of price. A certain price point. Bop It has been rebooted 4 times. The Bop It original back in 1996. The Bop It Blast in 2005. The Bop It Shout in 2008. And the Bop It Refresh recently in 2016. The Bop It Extreme has been revived 4 times, being the Bop It Extreme in 1998, the Bop It Extreme 2 in 2002, the Bop It Download in 2006, the Bop It XT in 2011. Now, has Bop It been a reflex game all the time? No. There are several Bop Its that are not reflex games. And those are, well, I mean, I guess you can say it's a reflex game in the sense that you have the Bop It Smash in 2012 and the Bop It Tetris in 2013. The Bop It Beats in 2014 brought back Spin It. The Bop It Maker brought Roll It. The Bop It Maker is pretty much the last Bop It we'll ever see for a while. The Bop It Maker uses that same button feature.
Bop It. Party. Solo.
The Bop It Maker allows you to make 10 different moves,
Party. Solo.
along with 3
Bop It
game
to start.
modes: Solo,
Party.
Party,
Bop It to solo. Bop It to start.
and Classic or
Roll it
Basic.
volume. Roll it to adjust. Solo. Volume. Roll it to adjust.
It has volume, so you roll it,
Loud. Blasting.
so you have quiet, loud blasting.
Solo. Party. Solo. Party. Solo. Party. Solo.
You have solo,
Bop it to start. Party.
and you have
Bop
party.
it to start. Solo. Party. Bop it to start. Solo. Party. Soul party. Bop
Party
it to start.
is a game mode that is being brought back from the Bop It Shout NXT.
Solo.
So this is
Bop It to
basically
start.
Bop It Shout Extreme, with the exception of Twist It and Pull It. It has 3 moves: Bop It, Shout It, and Roll It.
Bop it to start.
So we're gonna do those moves.
Volume. Bop it to start. High score. 100. Shout it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Bop it. Shout it. Shout it. Roll it. Bop it. Bop it. Bop it. Bop it. Roll it. Shout it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Bop it. Roll it. Bop it. Roll it. Shout it. Roll it. Bop it. Bop it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Shout it. Bop it. Shout it. Bop it. Shout it. Bop it. Roll it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Shout it. Bop it. Squeeze it. Yow! I like what you did there. Score 39. Vault solo. Bop it to start.
Solo brings the
Bop
moves
it to
that you
start.
created into the game.
High score 100. Allergic dome joke. Oh boy. Score 0.
That is actually one of the moves I created. Sorry about that.
High score 100. Allergic dome joke. What? High score is not what just happened. Score 0. High score 100.
Let's see what happens.
Bop it.
There we go.
Where? Oh, take it. Oh, who made this move anyway? Score 2.
I guess you can say roll it
Bop
is
it to
another
start.
way of saying spin it, because
Bop
you
it.
got
Bop it
roll
to
it on
stop
the
it to
bottom.
start. Bop it to 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 start.
Okay.
Bop it to start.
So basically, that's just me doing
Bop
the
it to start.
maker.
Bop it to start.
And now let's get to the Bop It Shout.
Car solo. Blasting. Party. Solo.
So the Bop It Shout is one of the reboots
Bop it to
of, I got the 2 later reboots of Bop It. The Bop It Shout and the Bop It
Passing.
Refresh.
Party. Solo. Quiet. Loud. Blasting. Shouting.
So we got Bop It right here.
High score 100.
Then we got Twist It.
Oh, you can
Then we
do
got
this.
Pull It.
Passing. Party. Solo.
Then we got Shout It. Shout It.
Expert. Novice.
We have 3 different levels of difficulty. We have
Novice.
Novice, Expert, and Master. We have Volume.
Loud. Blasting. Novice.
Then we have
Passing. Party.
Solo, Pass It, and Party. So
Solo. Passing. Party.
Party is basically on this one.
Solo.
We have
Quiet. Loud. Blasting. Quiet. Loud. Blasting. Quiet. Loud. Blast. 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 Blasting.
So yeah, I have the 2 later reboots of Bop It. So yeah.
Bop it to start.
Then there is the Bop It Download. In 2006.
Solo. One-on-one. Solo. Hi. Pass it. One-on-one. Wait a minute. Solo. Pull it.
This Bop It is very rare to find brand new. But luckily I got this one brand new, along with the other Bop It initially.
That's gotta hurt. Score 506. High score 564.
This one actually has solo, pass it, one-on-one, and playback. This one isn't one of the older Bop It Extreme. I had the second and the third reboot of Bop It Extreme. This Bop It, being the Bop It download, had the ability, and I say had because you can't do it anymore, you had the ability to download your own song, beats and sounds and record your own voice. Now that's unavailable, so good luck to that.
High score 564. High score 564. High score 564. High score 564.
Come on.
High score 564. 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 Hey, one-on-one. What's that? Solo. Hey, medium. One-on-one. What's that? Solo. High score 564. High score 564. High score 564. High score 564. Medium. High. Have it. One-on-one. What is that? Solo.
Okay, the last Bop It I want to compare is the Bop It Extreme 2. So this Bop It is the second version, or the second reboot, I would say, as a Bop It Extreme. Man, in 2002, this Bop It actually has Bop It, Twist It, Pull It, Spin It, and Flick It. This Bop It, along with the Bop It download, has a headphone jack. Although the Bop It download has headphone jack didn't work. But anyway, that's just my Bop It comparison video. Bye.